Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And we are underway in Southern California. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Herbert off of play action. And he completes this one to Terry McLaurin. 20! And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. It's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Yeah, this is a guy who runs with such balance and control. I mean, he went through that early contact just like he was driving over a speed bump, and he's able to continue his way downfield and wind up in the end zone.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. They'll run for the first time with Najee Harris. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Carr going to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. On the ground, it's Harris. Uses the stiff arm. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Carr. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And the Chargers are going to take possession here at their own 33. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Working with his 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, they give it to Stevenson. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Stevenson now on 1st and 10. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think Cameron Hayward's ability to take on blocks, hold the point of attack, and get upfield serves him very, very well. What a nice play there.
Yeah, he can take on blocks because he's built like a block. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert slings this deep for McLaurin. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the Steelers will take over here at their own 12-yard line. Well, this defense was victimized earlier in this opening quarter. This time, a measure of revenge.
Well, they always tell defenses you have to have a short memory. But I also think it helps if you remember what happens to you before, and now you're able to flip it around. They didn't want to show weakness and let this offense think they could do whatever they want. And they turned things around in that case and picked one off themselves.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. To throw, it's Carr. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Well, to me, there was no question about the intent there. And I think he was a little fortunate that the penalty flag didn't come out for grounding. But he'll get away with it and get another shot on 3rd down.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. 41 yards for him on the ground in his first quarter. He has been tremendous to start the new year. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Two first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. On the give, this is Harris. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Throwing on 1st down is Carr. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Second and 10. They hand this off to Harris. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Najee Harris, 27 yards. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Parkey adds the extra point, and we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Charger drive about to get going. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Second and 10 now from the 27. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first. Herbert back to the air. Slings this deep from McLaurin. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Trey McKinney there to make the grab. And the Chargers have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Harris. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Carr. And this will be incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. Now Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Uchenna and Wosu got the sack there. On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now, defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now, they're just cutting them to shreds.
Herbert on first down now. Caught by Allen. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. From the gun, it's Stevenson.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle. That's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Play action. It's Herbert. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And the Steelers are going to get it back here just past the 35. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Coming up on 2nd and 7. Jet sweep. Carr bats it forward. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Charger drive about to get going. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite at that level and not at that age. But I remember
I was going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. He'll dump this down to Stevenson. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Herbert. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the handoff, Stevenson. And he stopped immediately there. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Herbert. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 16. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked off at the 11. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. But we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And they're going to get the football just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset?
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. After the turnover, here's Herbert. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Touchdown, Chargers! An 11-yard touchdown. And the Chargers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Carr's throw complete there to Smith-Schuster. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Flush to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And got his man complete. And he's able to get it all the way down to the 20. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a 1st down.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. And that might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A lot of people call the toss a probing play to see what they can get against the defense, to see how they adjust and react. Their probing's working pretty well. That was a very nice run.
Now a play fake. Carr. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa. Well, remember, he had the interception earlier. Now he adds the sack. He's really making his presence felt out there.
Oh, he is putting together a heck of a game. In fact, he's going to book these plays to his highlight reel. Okay, so he wants to show it off later on. Look what I did out there, guys. In this offense, they've got to start paying him a little special attention. He's like a good basketball player, putting stats in every column.
From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
The scoreboard tells the story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
And Parkey's kick is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the third quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send a message that says, hey, we're not going away.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Charger drive about to get going. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
Taken down back at the 23-yard line.
After the sack on first down, Herbert, he's got Allen. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their fourth pick of the game. Instead, second down. 2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener. Now it's Herbert. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to get it back here just past the 35. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. They'll run with Harris. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From just shy of midfield, Carr escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing now is Carr. And that will be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. And it's taken in at the 9. So holding on the return, and that's going to back him up to start the drive.
He was trying to get the job done correctly, just trying to clear a little space for his returner. Ended up getting a little too much jersey and hooked the guy, hence the flag.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That one brought back a few nightmares because when a quarterback gets outside of the pocket, your job as a defensive back, make sure you stay as deep as the deepest receiver and not let anyone leak behind you for a big play. A nice job there having discipline and not letting them connect on that pass.
On 2nd down, it's Stevenson. And he's only able to work this from the 8 to the 10 for a pickup of 2.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And Pittsburgh with 6 defensive backs in the game here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Herbert. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got a man complete. And all the way down to the 37. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And he made that look effortless, didn't he? I mean, he's had a great game throwing the football. This is going to add to his yardage total in a big way. It's one thing to be accurate on your short and intermediate throws, but when you're hitting the bombs like those, look out.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Herbert off of play action. He's got his tight end McKinney right side complete. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Second and 6. No, scratch that. Second and 7. They'll try the left side with Stevenson. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down. They run once more with Stevenson. And some room to run now. And they'll get this down to the 10. That's good for 19 and a first down.
Brandon, this can be so demoralizing for a defense. They've had 2 opportunities to get off the field. They haven't gotten it done. So now your coordinator, he's going to call every blitz that he has, any type of exotic, something that they haven't seen before. And he's also telling the defensive lineman, don't worry about holding people up. Just get in gaps and try and make a big play.
And not only not getting off the field on 2 opportunities, clock continuing to run. Running the sweep with McLaurin. Yeah, this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big, or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's second and 11. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to lead to a third down. Well, getting close to the end zone, and you know that rookie wants the ball back. He's looking for his first career touchdown.
He certainly is, and you just wonder with the coaching staff, is it trust in him this early? Or are they trying to get him going, give him confidence early in his NFL career? Either way, they want him to score.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will get the lead up to 14. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again. Well, that was a simple throw and catch. But even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Uchenna Nwosu in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. The Steelers send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And now the punt team couldn't get ready in time, and this is going to be a delay. And that'll set them back 5. The Steelers send out their punter now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. He'll take it at the 42. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So holding there on the return, and that'll back him up to start the next drive.
Yeah, that's a pretty easy call right there, partner. I think when the officials look in their manual and see the expression, jersey getting pulled, that's a flag coming out every time.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 54 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Here's Stevenson. And he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage with a penalty flag down. This might push him back further. Well, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that. It's
almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. They're going to pass here with Herbert. Trying to lay one up deep. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. It's the former Patriot Devin McCourty. And the Steelers are right back in this football game. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Pass complete to Ebron. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
And as you saw right there, this is a guy with pretty good speed for a tight end. Nice job there catching the short throw and turning it upfield. He can also be a weapon downfield as well.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
You get into these 2-minute drill situations and you've often got tired legs on the offensive line. But these defenders, they've been rotating in and out, and they're a little bit fresher and quicker. And the pressure there forced the incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. One final try now for Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. So this one's over. It's in the win column for the LA Chargers. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Chargers, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0.